Milo, I want to see the water reach the roof. That's gonna drown us all. Spoilers, don't ruin this for me. I want to see how it ends on my own. Ripley, start the show. And good morning, everybody. My name is Curtis, and here we go again. Ripley, good morning.
No.
Awesome. What are we doing about this? What is going to happen here? What rules do you have for me? What's the rule on animated water? Ripley.
No.
Are you sure? Angel Lansbury? Bedknobs and Broomsticks. Bedknobs and Broomsticks? Okay, alright. Here we go. Angel Lansbury can breathe under animated water, therefore, so can I. Precedent, she wrote. Ripley, you sure we're not talking about Mary Poppins? Doesn't matter either way. They're both movies from 1,000 years ago where people were interacting with cartoons all the time. Speaking of underwater episodes, Ripley, when I was a kid, I obsessed over. I wanted to see every single undersea adventure show, Sea Hunt, Danger Bay, and all of them. Sequest, DSV, couldn't get enough. It did, however, ruin my ability to go into the ocean and enjoy it like everybody else. Or did it put the sense in my head to help me realize, don't go in there. Don't go in there. It's a terrible, dangerous place. Every one of these episodes ends up with the kid or the dad or whoever hiding under or behind a rock waiting for some sharks or some other poisonous thing that they just found out about to go away so they can be safe and retrieve whatever thing they lost. All episode I'd just be waiting, like just go to the water, just get in the water, find a dolphin, find some turtles, do something, just let me see under the sea. It's magical. And, of course I know now it's just a bunch of people jumping into the water, looking at stock footage of sharks and sea life and whatnot. But then in real life, when I was a kid, me and my cousin would spend 1,000 hours just looking under the water, trying to find all the things, and by the end of the day we'd have a bucket full of crabs, maybe a few fish, trying desperately to find an eel, which you can't. You just can't catch an eel with a homemade net. You just can't. These nets were terrible. But it did, destroy my ability to just float with my head above water, and also going underwater, I'm just on constant surveillance. When is the shark going to come out of the distance, like in every movie and TV show? They just appear out of nowhere. One day, I don't remember how young I was, but I was like approaching the water, and my dad was like, whoa, hold up there. He's like, do you see that? Don't see anything. It's right there. It's a skate. And I'm looking for like a skate that you go skating with. And he's like, no. It's a fish. Okay, and I'm looking like I still don't see this fish. I still don't see anything. She was like, all right, look. He's like, don't ever do this. What I'm about to do is terrible and wrong. Don't kill anything. Like, what's happening right now? Am I gonna get murdered and fed to some fish? My dad grabs a piece of driftwood off the shore and just wades in the water like ankle deep, like Tom Hanks, and then boom, out of nowhere, he stabs a stingray, as far as I know, and flings it over onto the beach, and he's like, there, that's what you gotta watch out for. Just to let you know, like, what I just did was terrible. Don't kill anything. It's destroying me inside, but to protect my children and to show you the dangers of the sea, there you go. But don't be afraid. Still walk in with no shoes or nothing on, and you'll never get hurt. I swear the sea is completely safe, except for all the dangerous things, because a skate might as well be a living skate, because it is like a little manta ray thing that is covered with spikes. Just crazy Barbie spikes. Not Barbie doll, barbed as in wire. Dangerous. So terrifying. Like, well, then I'm done. Like, give me my sneakers. I don't care how wet they get. I'm never not going in the water without shoes. And at least now we live in a time where it's socially acceptable to wear water shoes. And thank God, because there's I don't know how I would do it ever again. I just don't know. And another time, have you ever seen those little baby sharks?
Hey, it's me, Carrie. I'm a shark now.
Okay, cool, awesome.
Look, I'm a shark. I'm a shark now. Shark.
Friend of the show, friend in real life, and super great fan, Carrie McDuffie. There's no Mick in that, but I think it's fun to call her Carrie McDuffie. And
I'm a shark now.
She's a shark now, I guess. I guess she's a shark now.
I'm a shark.
Yeah, you're a
Look,
shark.
I'm a shark.
Are you gonna destroy me? Is everything cool?
Shark.
I see. You're just very, very excited. We're all, I mean, I'm not at all as excited, but it's great that you're this excited to be a shark.
Sharp.
I know. Okay, cool. So sometimes, in a way to make your friends happy, you have to use your magic wizard powers to turn them into sharks.
I'm a shark.
And that's just fun for everybody. Speaking of underwater fun and friends and Scuba Steve's, little Sam found this little scuba diver thing with a bunch of articulation, and she was like, we gotta animate this. Like, okay. So I went over, and instead of laying everything down on a table and mounting the camera like a sane person, we decided the best way to make things look like they're underwater is to mount them to a wall. No, it's not. No, it's not. That's not the easy way. But that's what we did, and I think it turned out pretty great. So let's check out Sam's Scuba Steve stop motion spectacular. Yeah, alliteration's fun. And we're back. Of course, we're still Carrie's still swimming around the apartment. She's got the whole place to herself since Milo's got it flooded, and that's great. Milo? Yeah, I pulled the plug. Cool. Carrie's here though, and I think. Oh snaps! I think you just killed Carrie, buddy. I don't know who that is. Then I guess it doesn't matter. Tune in next week, and I don't know, maybe we'll revive her at some point, of course, the next time the apartment is flooded. And be good, be careful, be nice to sharks. They're basically just the dogs of the sea, and yeah, they can get in a hand, but so can dogs on the land. And they're just there. Like you don't live in the ocean. I don't care if you're Aquaman, because you're not, because that's not a thing. But you don't live in the ocean. If you have a houseboat, that's awesome and that's great. But whatever's underneath your house still isn't your yard. You're still squatting. So just leave them alone. Stay away from them because they don't want to be around you. And good morning, everybody. What? I don't like fish.